I had just moved into the neighborhood a week before. New house, new city, new beginning. Everything was supposed to feel exciting. Across the street from my house stood an old, abandoned building. The windows were dark, the paint was peeling, and the front door hung slightly open like it had been forgotten by time. My neighbor told me no one had lived there in years, so I ignored it, at first. But then, one night, around 11:47 p.m., I was sitting by my window, scrolling through my phone, when I heard it, soft, faint, almost like a whisper carried by the wind. Daniel. I froze. My name. I looked up slowly, my heart already starting to pound. The room felt colder, still. I told myself I was imagining things. Maybe it was the TV from another house. Maybe someone walking outside. So I went back to what I was doing. Then it came again, clearer this time. Daniel. Not loud, not aggressive, but close, too close. I stood up and walked to the window, and that's when I noticed it. The abandoned house. The one across the street. The front door was now fully open. I was sure it hadn't been like that before. A cold feeling crawled up my spine. I stared at it, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. Then I heard, "Daniel, come here." This time, there was no doubt. It was coming from inside that house. Every instinct told me not to go in, lock the doors, ignore it. But something else, something I couldn't explain, was pulling me. Curiosity, or something deeper. Before I could talk myself out of it, I grabbed my jacket, stepped outside and crossed the street. Each step felt heavier than the last. The closer I got, the darker everything seemed. Even the air felt different. I stood at the entrance. The inside was pitch black, silent, empty. "Hello?" I called out. No response, just the echo of my own voice bouncing back at me. I stepped inside. The floor creaked beneath my feet. Dust filled the air. The smell of old wood and something stale lingered around me. Then I heard it again, upstairs. "Daniel!" I should have left. I know that now, but I didn't. I walked toward the staircase. Each step groaned as I climbed, like the house itself was warning me to turn back. Halfway up, I felt it, that feeling of being watched, not from behind, from above. At the top of the stairs, there was a long hallway. Doors on both sides, all closed, except one, at the very end, slightly open, and inside, darkness. My heart was racing now, loud, heavy. I walked slowly toward the door, step by step. The whisper came again, but this time it wasn't calling me. It was repeating something. "You came." I reached the door and pushed it open. The room was empty, completely empty. No furniture, no movement, nothing, just bare walls and silence. I let out a shaky breath. "Okay, this is crazy," I whispered to myself. I turned to leave, and that's when I saw it, on the wall. Written in something dark was my name, Daniel, over and over again, covering the entire wall. My chest tightened. I couldn't breathe. I stumbled back, my mind racing, trying to understand what I was seeing. Then the whisper came again, right behind me, close, too close. "You shouldn't have come." I spun around. No one. But I wasn't alone. I could feel it. Something was there, watching, waiting. I ran, down the hallway, down the stairs, out the front door. I didn't stop until I reached my house. I slammed the door behind me, locked it, and stood there, shaking. For hours, I couldn't move, couldn't think. The next morning, I told my neighbors everything. They went silent. One of them looked at me and said something I'll never forget. "You didn't know?" I shook my head. He sighed. "Years ago, a boy lived in that house. He used to hear voices, calling his name. They said it drove him insane." "What was his name?" I asked. The man looked at me. His face was pale and said, "Daniel." And that was my name. Now I know why the house remained empty.